Hello everyone, I am Prabjot Kaur and today we will start chapter number 11, that is Algebra. Students, we have learned numbers, operations on numbers and properties of numbers. We have studied numbers, operations on numbers and properties of numbers. The branch of mathematics in which we study numbers is called arithmetic. Okay? The branch of mathematics in which we studied numbers is arithmetic. We have also learned figures in 2 and 3 dimensions and their properties also. The branch of mathematics in which we studied shapes is geometry. Okay? The branch of mathematics in which we studied numbers is arithmetic, and the branch of mathematics in which we studied shapes is geometry. Now comes algebra. What is algebra? Algebra is another branch of mathematics. The main feature of the new branch which we are going to study is the use of letters. Okay? The main feature of this branch which we are going to study, that is algebra, is the use of letters. The use of letters will allow us to write the rules and formula in general way. Okay? First topic in your course is matchstick pattern. What is matchstick pattern? You all know matchsticks. What are matchsticks? See, suppose I am having matchsticks and with the help of these matchsticks I am making something. Okay, let's take a simple example. Suppose I am making L with the help of matchsticks. So for making one L, how many matchsticks are required? I'll place one matchstick like this and one matchstick like this. So for making one L, how many matchsticks are required? Two matchsticks are required. If I make one more L like this, then how many matchsticks are required? Now four matchsticks are required. Okay, if I make two L's, then four matchsticks are required. If I make three L's like this, one matchstick like this and one matchstick I'll place like this. So the total number of matchsticks required for making 3 L's is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So total number of matchsticks required for making 3 L's is 6. If I make one more L like this, means I am making 4 L's, then the number of matchsticks required is 8. Okay, so see the pattern. If I made 1 L, here is L and here is number of matchsticks required. If I made 1 L, the number of matchsticks required were 2. Okay, and if I make 2 L's, then the number of matchsticks required were 4. If 3, then the number of matchsticks required are 6. If 4, then number of matchsticks required are 8. But if I have to make 20 L's, then how many matchsticks are required? See, now it will become difficult to draw 20 L's. Just see the pattern here. If 1 L, then 2 matchsticks are required. If 2 L's, then 4 matchsticks are required. If 3, then 6. If 4, then 8. That means we are multiplying by 2. Number of L's by 2 to get the number of matchsticks required. So if 20 L's are there, then I'll multiply 20 by 2 to get the number of matchsticks required. Okay, so this will be 40. If I have to make 120 L's, then how many matchsticks will be required? I'll multiply it by 2 to find the number of matchsticks required. This will be 12 twos are 24, so 240. So for making 120 L, 240 matchsticks are required. So we have generalized a rule here. Just see how we will write the rule. We've seen from that table that number of mastics required is always twice the number of L's formed. When L was 1, then the number of mastics required were 2. When L was 2, then number of mastics were 4. That means the number of mastics required is always twice the number of L's formed. Okay, so the rule is number of mastics required is 2 multiplied by n. 2 multiplied by n. Here n is number of L's. Okay, इसमें n क्या है? Number of L's. When n is 1, see, when n is 1, then the number of mastics required is 2 multiplied by 1, which is 2. When we take n 2, n यहाँ पे क्या है? Number of L's. जब हमारे L 2 होंगे तो number of mastics क्या हों कितनी होंगी? 2 multiplied by 2, this is 4. जब हमारी जो हमारे L's है 300 होंगे तब हमें कितनी mastics की ज़रूरत होगी? Number of mastics is 2 multiplied by n. Here n is 300. So this will be 600. Okay. So this is the rule for L. Using this rule, we can easily find how many mastics are required to form even 1000 or lakh of L's. Okay. So this rule is for L. Next comes variable. In the above example, we found a rule to give the number of mastics required to make a pattern of L's. And the rule was the number of mastics required is equal to 2 multiplied by n. Here n is the number of L's in the pattern. Okay, n is the number of L's in the pattern and n can take values 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. As we increase the value of n, the number of mastics required also increases. Okay, so n here is an example of variable. N here is an example of a variable. Its value is not fixed. It can take any value 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. Okay, n here is an example of a variable. Its value is not fixed. It can take any value 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. So the word variable means something that can vary, means that can change. The value of variable is not fixed. Okay, it can take different values. We can put n is equal to 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, so on. So variable is something that can vary, or you can say that can change. We use variables not only in mastic patterns, but there are some more examples also. I explain you one example. See, Ram's age is 5 years and her mother's age is 25 years. Okay, after 5 years, what will be Ram's age? 10 years. Okay, और 5 years के बाद उसकी mother भी 5 years उसकी age increase हो जाएगी. Then she will be 30 years. And after 5 years, Ram's age will be 15 years and her mother's age will be 35 years. But when Ram's age is 11 years, then what will be the age of her mother? See a rule here. The age of her mother is 20 more than Ram's age. Okay, राम की मदर की एज जो है राम से 20 ईयर्स ज़्यादा है. जब राम 5 ईयर्स का है तो राम की मदर जो है वो कितने साल की है? 25 ईयर्स की है. जब 10 ईयर्स का है तब राम की मदर उस 30 ईयर्स की है. जब 15 ईयर्स का है तो 35 ईयर्स की है. मीन्स जो राम की मदर है वो उससे 20 ईयर्स बड़ी है. सो when Ram is 11 years, then what will be the age of her mother? Her mother's age will be 11 plus 20, that is 31 years. When Ram is 14 years, then her mother's age will be 14 plus 20, that is 34 years. That means the age of mother is 20 more than Ram's age. So what rule we have generalized from here, that mother's age is n plus 20, where n is Ram's age. Okay, n can take any value. Its value can change. When Ram is 17 years, when n is 17, when Ram's age is 17 years, and mother's age will be 17 plus 20, that is 37 years. This is the rule for finding the mother's age. Here n is a variable. Okay, let's take one more example. See, the cost of one pen is rupees 5. Okay, cost of one pen is rupees 5. Cost of two pens will be 10. Cost of 3 pens is 15. So see the pattern from here. What is the pattern? That we are multiplying number of pens by 5. When number of pen is 1, then cost is 5. When number of pens are 2, then cost is 2 multiplied by 5, which is 10. When number of pens are 3, then cost is 3 multiplied by 5, which is 15. So there is a pattern here. So when the number of pens are m, then what will be the cost in rupees? So cost will be m multiplied by 5, which is 5m. Okay, so when pens required are m, then cost is 5m. So total cost in rupees is 5 multiplied by number of pens required, means 5m. M here is number of pens required. So m is a variable. So this is an example of a variable. Fine.